first intern checked in. Time to lock another casualty. Success story. Well, first intern checked in. Time to lock another casualty. Success story.
Neon wheels are spinning fast, tiny feet, a blur, they dash in a world of chrome and flash. He's the spark in the static, the fire in the air, with a golden voice and a style so rare. From the rift to the skyline, the signal runs strong. Every soul in the night finds a way belong. Stanton shining through the neon rain. On a track of memory, every note of flame. From the first drop to the final fade, he's a sound you trust the night he made. He can bend the beat, he can break the day, turn the quiet hours into golden gray. With a touch so smooth and a heart that knows every rise and fall, where the feeling flows. Stand shining through the neon rain. Every track of memory, every note of flame. From the first drop to the final fade, he's the sound you trust the night he made. Through the noise, through the fight, he will find your tune. Like the moon on the water, like the heat in June. From the graveyard's glow to the rift so light, he's the soundtrack running through the endless night. Standing shining through the neon rain.
All right, fam, let's go ahead and get ourselves started. Good to see everybody. Welcome in. I missed you all yesterday. I hope everybody had a great Wednesday. We are going to have a really busy one today, a really fun one today, too. Let me say hello to everybody right off the bat, though. Kira, good morning.
Confirmed.
Rico, good morning.
HR will overlook your crimes. This time.
Sis, good morning. It is good to see you. Welcome in. Ferret, good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Philly, thank you for the lurk. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Elfie, where are we at right now? Let me just take a look at this real quick and see, because the messages don't actually show me how long you've been with us. I have to go into the background here. 54 months. 54 months, wowzers. What a wild adventure. Looking forward to many more. Indeed. We'll talk more about those adventures tonight, Elfie. Oh, man. Shadow, again, good to see you, fam. Good to see everybody. Elfie, thank you again. Loves, we're going to shake up how we handle the streams just a little bit, but in a really positive way. We're going to actually do more during the streams, which is the idea. So we'll talk about that in just a little bit. For right now, my scrolling is done. You're sick, but other than that, you're good. Did you pick up like a cold or a flu or something? Something that's on my mind after the shots a couple days ago, but you know. I'm actually, fam, by the way, thank you for all the well wishes and everything, fam. I am actually feeling good today, just tired. The one thing that really hit me with this round, like everybody was asking me, like let us know what happens, and it's like, it's not a big deal. It's really not. This one, like, and fam, keep in mind, okay, I'm Captain Man Flu. All right, shots, and they really do hit me heavy. Shots, especially and all that, like the vaccinations and everything, hit me really heavy. Not this time. Not anywhere near as bad as it's been in the past. This was better. My biggest problem, again, was a little bit of soreness yesterday. which is to be expected, and I was exhausted. That was my biggest problem. I still got stuff done. I've got stuff to show you all today. I've got stuff for you all to listen to today that I got done yesterday. Got some work done on our canon document, some more of it done, as much focus as I could muster anyway. And then I kind of dove into art and music for a while because I was really tired. Couple of naps. I woke up after sleeping about 11 hours overnight, which I never do. I'm usually like a 6 to 8 hour sleeper typically. So the fact that I slept 11 means that my body was obviously resting and fighting like it was supposed to. So we should be good. We should be good. I might miss next Friday a little bit and just stay at chat. Oh, gotcha, sis. Gotcha. Yeah. Just plan on a day of rest afterwards. That's really the big thing. Plan on taking the next day off if you can. Again, with this one, a lot of the things I've gone through in the past, I did not go through this time. Not even close. A lot of times, fam, for those of you that haven't been around, we were talking about it, I actually get sick. There was one time I got a vaccination and I actually got the flu for 2 weeks. Now, that could have just been timing, but I don't think so. But again, over time, because the vaccinations and all that have gotten better too. So yeah, absolutely. Oh, Shadow, I gotcha. I'm sorry to hear that. All I heard is well rested and ready to go, so no falling asleep on stream. No. I won't fall asleep on stream, though. I have to show everybody Stanton. Stanton has a final version now. If you look really hard in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, you can see him. We'll get to him, though. Fam, here's what we're going to start doing. As I am getting closer to finishing the canon document, and it is really starting to round out nicely, I think I'm only looking at a couple more days as planned. Probably will have to work on it I'll be working on it tomorrow, of course. I'll work on it tomorrow morning, and I will probably need all of Monday now to finish it up. But it's been rounding out really nicely. There's a lot of things we've been figuring out. And now that we're getting closer to that being finished, that also means we're closer to starting to write YouTube scripts again and getting that out and ready to go. What this means is yours truly needs to do double time. We have characters we've got to do. In order, fam, the characters that we're going to meet on YouTube, the first three are Arya, Richard, and then Squirrel. Now, Richard, we already have pretty much ready to go. I think I'm going to modify his look just a little bit. I want him to look a little bit more maniacal. A little bit more mad scientist-like. Not much, though. Not much. We're going to make some slight modifications. But that also means that Squirrel needed to be redone. Squirrel is all set, so that's good to go. We still need to make Arya as a character. We have a lot of characters yet to do. I'm going to take them in order, though. We're going to finish Stanton first. We'll get Stanton animated. The next one we're going to attack is Arya. I'm going to just show you her concept and explain to you where the concept came from and why it's going to be considerably different than what you see on screen. But we'll get there. So, fam, what I want to start doing is, because we've got characters we need to do and music we need to write, and fam, the music shows are actually getting closer to being done than you might realize. I want to release a full show for each genre once we have 10 songs in that genre. And I was looking at Stanton's set. We've already got 7. 3 more probably instrumental tracks just to fill in between some of the, because everything else is so lyric heavy, and we'll be ready to go. Then we can start mixing and actually putting the shows up. And that's where life gets to be a whole lot more fun. I even have a wild hair that once in a while I'll do a live radio show. We'll jump in live, have all the buttons set up and ready to go, and just go to town with it, basically. But what we're going to do, the reason I'm talking about all this, fam, is what we're going to do is our music streams and our art streams are going to now intertwine. That is the plan. So on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, we will be working on both art and letting Suno do its thing in the background at the same time. And I figured today would be a great way to do that because everything is on theme. We're working on finishing Stanton and animating Stanton. At the same time, we're going to actually be jumping into Suno and writing songs.
Impressed.
Almost impressed. And we're going to be actually writing songs for Night Drive for Sis. Now, we'll probably get a couple of good, just regular synthwave tracks out of this too. And if that becomes the case, we might be able to round out Stanton's set tonight too. So we'll see how this goes. This is going to be an experimental day. We are writing instrumentals all day today. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how we do that. But fam, because we have to send Suno off on its own and wait for it to process and all that, what we can do is while we listen to the tracks and wait for Suno to process, we can work on the art for it too. Along those lines, fam, I do have a very special song to share with you today. Nobody has heard this song yet. And I mean nobody. I sent a couple other versions of this song out to a couple of people yesterday, but this particular version is a world premiere. So we'll get into that in a second. Will there be DJ talking in between the tracks? Oh yeah. Yeah, Rico, that's the whole idea. That's why we're doing the shows. I wouldn't just string 10 songs together and put it up there. Nah. That's not original at all. Having actual shows with DJs where they're talking and all that. And it's still very much in the plans that once we get that process smoothed out, and it's going to be a little bit, we've got to get our own shows up and rolling first to make sure we've worked the kinks out. But once we've done that, certain membership levels will have access to having their own shows on the radio as well. One thing at a time, though. One thing at a time. Sarge, all I can assume...
Tallywhacker!
No, not Tallywhacker. All I can assume is that GOG made $1 million deal with Dungeons & Dragons and decided that this was the month. Because yes, to your point, every time more comes up lately, it's free Dungeons & Dragons games. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Sammy, how are you? It's good to see you. Welcome in. Hope all is good with you. But yes, more art. Sis, a lot more art. We're going to finish Stanton. The next character we're going to work on is Arya. And fam, I'm going to even show you an image. This is not the mock-up. I'm going to be very clear about that. And I'll explain this again when I actually show it to you. This is not the mock-up. The image I'm going to show you for Arya is a completely AI-generated image. Okay, and I'll give you more background on this later, okay? That was just meant to be her depiction to me as to what it wants its character to look like. It ended up being very schmizney-like, so you'll see it when I bring it up, so I'll obviously be making considerable modifications to the mock-up. But the AI did give me a good indication of what it would like its main character to look like, because that's what Arya is, fam. Arya on our YouTube channel is basically the character embodiment of ChatGPT. And the whole thing, it very much starts out this way too. As you all know, when it came to AI, I was the world's biggest cynic. And part of this, especially in the beginning, is allegory of how, and we'll do it very comedically, but how I moved from being a cynic to actually embracing the technology and working with it, and then all of a sudden We have other characters coming from cross timelines, and we get to meet Richard and Squirrel and Stanton and all that. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. But that's the first character, and it's the first character that I have to animate too. We'll start out with VatoTube. Animations will be very basic. We'll move into the more advanced version of VatoTube. As a matter of fact, I was looking into that more today. And we're probably going to jump into that at some point. So we'll get there. First coffee. First coffee out of the FAFO mug today. It tastes better in a merch mug. Indeed. Indeed. Oh, man. You most certainly will not hear a complaint from me. Really happy about it. Well, it's nice that they're handing out. I mean, those were good D&D games. I never got to play them, Sarge. But I had an awful lot of friends who did and just loved those games. Those are great games to be given away. For sure. And Sammy, I'm sorry to hear about that. Let's see if we can get you laughing today. Fam, again, for those of you just joining in, what I was talking about a little bit earlier is we're going to start combining these streams because we have a lot to do. All right, so basically, not that I'm changing times or any of that. That all stays the same. But what we're going to do, fam, is on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, we're going to work on both music and art. A lot of times at the same time, that's what we're going to be doing today. So today we've got two main objectives. I want to start animating Stanton, hopefully have him done by the end of the stream. No promises there. The animations, now that the art style is getting a little bit more advanced, animating them's taking a little bit more time too. It's not as easy as what I showed you on stream a couple of weeks ago. It takes a little bit more now to get it done. Not too bad though. Not too bad. I actually did a mock-up for the mouth that I'll show you, and that way I can at least get that going, and I didn't have to struggle bus it so much when we got rolling there. But what we're gonna do, fam, is we're gonna try to get Stanton animated while writing songs for Little Sis Night Drive radio show. So what this will do is while the AI processes, all right, or while we're listening to a track, all right, I can continue to be here on screen with you working on Stanton. And we'll do that as well, so. Gunn, how are you? It's good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, playing some Far Cry 6? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Shadow, did you see who's on the picture behind me? Did you see the picture that Freaker sent me? I have a signed poster from him. I was insanely grateful. Freaker went to a con and got it for me. You see it? Okay. Yeah, I'm right there. I'm only bringing it up, Shadow. I'm right there with you. I think he's fantastic. Like a lot of people, my introduction to him was Breaking Bad, but what a fantastic character. And just a great actor. I love seeing him pop up and stuff. A DoorDash-like company called Food Rescue Hero in 2023 started a volunteer service collecting food that was near sell-by date, not aesthetically pleasing, etc., to food shelters. Soon reaching 600 meals a day. Fast forward to today, they've now spread to 13 states and have served 250 billion pounds of food. Am I saying that right? No, 250 million pounds of food. 250 million. There it is. There it is. What, so there's animation in Infinity, you mean? That is a lot of pounds. And that's awesome. Absolutely awesome. Oh, I'll have to look at that at some point then, sis. I haven't even looked into animation in Affinity or anything like that. I haven't looked at animation anything outside of Vado 2. Right now, I've got to perfect my art skills. That's first. That's first. I shouldn't say perfect them, but hone them in. I don't ever want to be perfect. I feel the creative struggle is part of what produces great art. I've always felt that way. If you're not challenging yourself in some way, it's not going to be as fulfilling. BRP's friend channel has a video for it. Oh! Sis, I'll have to check it out at some point. Once I'm ready to animate, you and I can have that conversation. Because at some point, that's going to happen. There are entire landscapes that are going to have to be created for the videos, for the games. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And I'm looking forward to tackling some of that, too. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I have some other ideas I'm going to keep under my hat in that department for right now because I don't know if I can make them work or not, but oh yeah, there's a few different concepts I've had for that. Boom! Boom, thank you for the pictures again. I really appreciated those. Sis, yes, he did. Yes, he did. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's awesome. No, it was really cute pictures. Really cute pictures. Fam, I'm going to give this just a touch of a shout out here, by the way, so nobody's in the dark. All right. I have some pictures of Boom's kiddo in one of Little Sis onesies from her merch store. Got her merch store up and rolling. And yeah, some pretty cool stuff over there for sure. For sure. Oh yeah, that. You didn't send me nudes, Boom. That was last week. I feel like if I stand here and bat my eyes at the camera, I'll soften Boom up. Oh, man. That's why I call it a weekly reward. Yeah. Wow, I hope I've been good enough this week, Boom. Oh, man. All right. So, fam, here's what we're going to do. And here's how we're going to start doing these. What we will do is we will start out actually working in Suno first and let that do its thing. So in this case, I already have 3 songs ready to go, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the prompts and all that I used along the way. All right, but the first song we're going to listen to, I'm not going to really get into the prompts because it is more about the feel and the emotional. This one was deeply personal. All original lyrics. When I had a really tough mental health day last Friday is actually when I wrote all these lyrics. I was just in that spot. And some of the greatest things that I've done creatively come from me having a bad day and using my creativity to work through it, which is a good part of what this song is about, actually. Now, the version I'm about to play for you is really, really good. I struggled with it. And then we got 4 amazing versions of this song out of it, and I could not be happier. The one that I am going to play for you, I'm not going to say which ones are best or worst. I'm going to talk about favorites here. The one I'm going to play for you is my second favorite. My first favorite, which I consider the main version, which is actually going to set the tone for our Peace album, our Plur Peace album, I am going to play and premiere on Sunday. If I can make it happen, fam, I will have a sneak peek in there for the members tomorrow. So you can have a sneak peek at it a couple of days early. But I will post an announcement if I can get it processed and get it in there for you. There's a couple of things I have to do to make that happen yet, so. Rico, thank you for the lurk. I thought we didn't play favorites. Well, with music, I do. So, fam, let me go ahead. I'm going to get myself up to the bigger screen here so you can see what's going on. Fam, this is Stanton, all right? And this is what I'm going to be working on while songs are playing today. So while I go a little bit silent, while we're listening to new tunes or whatever, you're going to see me actually working on this. All right, so I'll be right here with you. We're going to continue to develop Stanton. Today, actually, Stanton is done, fam. This is what Stanton looks like. Caught the 3D glasses vibes a little bit. Shows a little bit of his duality. There are some secrets about him that are going to come out later on. Fun ones. Fun ones. But that's part of the reason he looks the way he did. Now, I made some slight modifications. Went with the blue and red. The green was absolutely not working there. So I got rid of it. This needed more blue and red to go along with the glasses. As for the hairs on top of the eyebrows, those extra almost like dragon scales, all right, all I did with those was round them off and change the color so that it blended with the glasses better. Sis, you can go ahead and link it. I'll allow it in this case. Absolutely. It's right on topic. Go right ahead and link your shop. It's a fourth wall shop, fam, just like ours is. Carrie Ann Love, how are you? It's good to see you. Welcome in. He has evolved. Yes, he has. Very much so. Very much so. Oh, you know what it was, fam? I heard it. I accidentally had, I'm sorry, fam. From doing some of the other work I was doing the other day, I accidentally had it muted. During the game stream, it did play, though. I heard it. It was unmuted for me, just not for you all. Oh, done with school and packing up for the day. Nice. Well, love, I'll see you in a little bit then. Very cool.
Privates. Better than a one-finger salute.
There we go. There we go. That you should have heard okay. And thank you for reminding me of that, fam, because you wouldn't have been able to hear the music we're about to play. I just had to press a button and unmute it, Sarge. I just forgot to, is all it was. So. All right. So, fam, here's what's going to happen. We're going to go ahead and play this version. I'm going to go a little bit quiet while we listen, okay? The song will be at full volume, not background music volume, okay? So we'll have it at full volume so you can really hear it and enjoy it. While we do that, I am going to start working on some of the basics for animating Stanton's mouth, okay? This one, I'm going to get a little less technical. I'm going to just simply play the song for you, because I want this to stand on its own. This one meant a great deal to me. I spent, again, a ton of time working on it, a ton of time working with the prompts, getting things just where we wanted them to be. And we ended up with 4 beautiful versions. I'm going to play one of those versions today. The main version, again, we're going to premiere on Sunday. And yes, with a little bit of Blade Runner vibes in the mix. Fam, please enjoy Tears and Rain.
emotions in every swirl. Memories strip, the past unfurls. Wash it away, the hurt, the signs, lost in the waves, the sands of time. Wash it away and unwind. The ocean's deep, so's my mind. Lightning bursts, a great big sky. Teardrops fall, and so do I. The hues don't judge, they just comply. So submerged, the water's warm. It soothes my heart. Here comes the storm. Wash it away, the hurt, the signs, lost in the waves, the sands of time. Wash it away and unwind. The ocean's deep, but so's my mind. Wash it away, the hurt, the signs, lost in the waves, the sands of time. Wash it away and unwind. The ocean's deep, so's my mind.
There it is, fam. Song number 7 for Riding the Wave, a radio show. We are only 3 songs away from actually having that whole list completed. You thought it was a stash at the moment I saw that. I know. When you first start animating, it's like, and it does. It looks wonky because you're covering everything up and gives Big Mouth a new meaning. Oh no, I saw it. I saw it. It totally wasn't to show you like me more than KA, because hers keeps breaking, yours works. Well, the thing is that she fires hers first, and then we find out there's a problem. Today was a mute button. No, today was a mute button, so we can go with that. We can go with that. Now, fam, what I'm going to do, the reason I actually stayed on this screen is now we're going to start to talk about how we can craft instrumentals. And this is going to be a bit of an experiment for yours truly as well. Okay, there's a couple of things that I normally do here that I actually didn't, and I'm going to explain to you why. What we did is we did put together some really awesome prompts that we are going to drop in the lyrics box. Now, even if you are doing an instrumental, and let me bring this up big screen so you can see it a little bit better. Even if you're doing something that is instrumental, you can still drop all the prompts in there like you were writing a song and still tell Suno exactly what you want where. So starting with the lyrics box, even though these are all instrumentals, the two songs that you are about to hear, intro, distant synth pads swell, soft arpeggios flicker like city lights in the distance. Verse 1, smooth bass line enters, steady beat like tires on the road, airy leads carry a sense of movement. The chorus, expansive synth layers open up, shimmering textures, a sense of release and freedom. Verse 2, strip back to bass and percussion, subtle melody lines weave in, solitary mood returns. Bridge, deep synth chord progression, rising tension, atmospheric sweeps. Chorus 2 is going to be a full soundscape again, brighter lead melodies, cinematic and emotional. And the outro will be a gradual fade, echoing arps, pads dissolve into silence. Now, these are meant to be a little more synthwave-like, but what we are going for is that feeling of solitary drives. It's 1985, you've just hopped in your Camaro, and you're taking a long drive down neon-lit streets. It's just you and the road. That's that peaceful, atmospheric feel we're going for with this show. Now, there were, I thought, 3 songs we had to go ready to go already, versions of other songs we've written. Unfortunately, we only have 2. I gave the 3 songs I thought we had a re-listen the other day right at the beginning, even though it turned out to be a great song. Right at the beginning, they messed up the lyrics badly. You couldn't even fake it if you wanted to. So we left that one where it's at. Gives Big Mouth a new meaning or gives Open Wide a new name. And Felly comes in, I have just gotten back and see something about opening wide. Yes, welcome to my stream, Felly. All right, fam, for this set, we are going to go. And there's different wave styles we're going to be trying out today, okay? Including some chill wave, things like that. We'll get there. But for these ones, retro synthwave track at 92 beats per minute, warm analog synth pads, steady bass pulses, and shimmering arpeggios. Strong sense of movement and solitude, evoking late-night highway drives under neon lights. Emphasis on layered atmosphere and cinematic progression, lush reverb, wide stereo field, smooth transitions between sections, and subtle build-ups and releases. Weirdness we're keeping lower than usual. Usually I like to go between 50 and 70. We're pulling this back to 40. We're going for instrumentals. We don't want things to go too far off the rails, okay? As for style influence, we're also dialing that up to 80%. That's pretty much a norm for us, though. Styles to avoid: lo-fi, trap, glitch, acoustic, minimal techno, dark ambient, dubstep, and experimental noise. Those are things that sometimes the AI will slide into. And fam, I'm going to say this again and again and again. When it comes to styles to avoid, please, for your own sake, because it really makes a difference with Suno, go to an AI and say, I'm trying to write this kind of music. Can you give me a list of styles to avoid that the AI might slip into while it's writing this for me? And again, it's just guide rails, but it helps keep it really on track. So fam, I'm going to label all these NDID1, which just stands for Night Drive, in development 1 or 2. Let me actually mute this from this side because the button's out of sync. There we go. All right, fam. While I continue to do a little bit of extra work on Stanton, here's our first shot at Instrumental Night Drive. Nah. I'm listening to it and I'm like, wow. Definitely not getting our variety that we were hoping for out of that one, right? Like, it does make you think of Mannequin a little bit. It does, actually. All right, sis, whatever just happened, I'm not going to blame you. But fam, I mean, does anybody have a contrasting opinion there? It doesn't really, not really doing it for me at all. I'm sitting here listening to it and going, this sounds like common weak sauce, honestly. It doesn't, yeah. Yeah. It doesn't hit the vibe. It doesn't hit the vibe. And it doesn't hit the vibe for anything I have in mind, honestly. So what I'm going to do, no harm, fam. We're just going to go ahead and delete that. Let's try the next one, fam. And we'll see what we get. I'm going to go ahead and actually, while we, you know what? No, we're just going to let this one play and we'll see if we need to take a couple more passes at it. That's a potential. That's a potential right there. Much better. Much better. Much more what we were going for, what we were hoping for. One thing, fam, I wanted to point out that I usually do that I didn't with this one is that I will normally put a key or a modal in there. This time around, we did not, and I'm going to explain to you why. Number one, I've actually written up 4 different sets of prompts to try different things with Synthwave. What I want to do, because Suno has a tendency to fall naturally into the good keys and modals, honestly, for Synthwave. And anyway, it seems to do really well with it. So Aeolian, Phrygian, all of the different ones, the minor keys and all that you usually hear in this, it'll usually pick that up. Even once in a while, it'll throw in something like a C Mixolydian or something like that, just to brighten the sound up a bit, but it all fits. And it seems to naturally gravitate to that. Every once in a while, as always with Suno, you get one where it feels like the engine phoned it in, like the last song we listened to. This one's not bad, though. We'll keep this one in the list and see if we get what we want out of that. Let me get our music going again. And let me see how far we are from our ads. About 5 minutes. Oh, perfect. Oh, GTA Vice City, yeah. A lot of synthwave lends to that. But it's that whole Miami vibe kind of feel. Let me get the next one going here, fam. The next set that we're going to let Suno run for us, by the way. Oh, Chill Wave. Oh, nice. Okay. There we go. So, fam, intro with this one. Soft analog pads fade in. Gentle tape warped arps. I hope it picks that up. That's a little bit of an experiment. Tape warped arps drift across the soundscape. So, fam, it's arpeggios. That doodle doodle doodle, but we want to see if we can actually get it to warp it a little bit. Almost like it's on a cassette or even an 8-track maybe. If we want to go that far with it. Warm bass pulses quietly, slow beat begins, dreamy lead floats above. Again, this one's going to be coming in at a much slower speed, fam. Verse 2, beat softens, airy keys and textures swirl, reflective solitude. For the bridge, we're going to get some slight tension, deep low end swells, shimmering textures like neon rain. Full wash of sound for chorus 2, soaring lead, nostalgic and comforting. And then for the outro, we're going to go to a slow fade into silence, distant echoes, last synth notes trail off. We'll see if it can pick some of this up. It will pick up quite a bit of it, but usually it misses certain things just to try and structure the song. We'll see what we get though. Okay, fam, very small prompt for this one. Chill wave, synth wave at 78 beats per minute. This one's going to move slowly. Dreamy, washed out pads with subtle tape flutter, warm analog bass, and lo-fi inspired reverb. Mood, calm, reflective, solitary. Think late night drive by the ocean under glowing city haze. We had such a short style prompt for this. I'm going to add that in just to see if the engine picks up on that or not. Hopefully it does. Advanced options, we're going to leave them right there. 80% under style, 40% under weirdness. I'm going to change this over to chill wave. Okay. Now for styles to avoid: trap, EDM banger, minimal techno, glitch, and harsh noise. Okay. And fam, with ads coming up on Twitch, what we'll do we'll go ahead and let those start running. And then hopefully by the time we're back from break, those will be all done and all finished up. So fam, here's what we're going to do. If you use like retro or something, it would turn into synthwave, wouldn't it? Actually, no, not necessarily. Retro has a lot of meanings in the engine. So if you're talking about putting retro into prompts, it wouldn't automatically default to synthwave. There's a lot of different retro sounds it could jump to. AM radio, big band, that all falls under retro. Now, if you're doing retro electronic, more than likely it's going to go that direction. It all depends on what other words you put with it. But retro alone wouldn't do it. I've learned that. But retro does cover a very wide variety of music too. I know for us, a lot of us default to synthwave or new wave, but in reality, yeah, there's a lot of things that can fall underneath that genre. So, all right, fam, ads are going to be starting in about 37 seconds, so let me go ahead and step away. Again, fam, we run the ads once per hour so we can get them out of the way, and then we don't have to worry about them again for another entire hour. So, fam, I'm going to go step away, again, stretch my legs, grab a little something to drink. When we get back, we're going to have 2 more songs waiting for us, and we're going to continue to work on Stanton. So, everybody, please don't go away. All right, fam. We are back. Let me go ahead and get myself back up on screen here for you real quick. I'm going to actually go right ahead and mute the music right now. We were right in between songs. Perfect time to stop. I don't understand. Something interesting that's been going on, fam. And I'm not sure why. There's a button that I press on my Stream Deck. And what it's supposed to do is when you hear the record scratch, that's when it's supposed to stop the music. And when I press the button again, it starts playing it again. Now, this has always worked just fine. Lately, for whatever reason, it will stop the music on one side, but it won't stop it on the other where it's supposed to. So when I press this, it should start the music again. And now it should stop it. Now it's working properly. Okay. Now that we fixed that, fam, we have 2 versions waiting for us. I'm going to continue to work on Stanton, of course, while we listen to these. All right, but these are chill wave versions. These are going to be much more chill than what we've been listening to a lot of this morning. So let's see how these turn out. Let's see if we get any potentials for the radio show. Here is version 1. Wow, not bad. Not bad. And yes, we can keep it. Yes, we can keep it. That's got a good vibe to it. I like that chill wave vibe. That was a good one right off the bat. It was a little light, and that's the problem I have with chill wave personally. I have to listen to this with an objective ear because chill wave gets a little bit light for me personally. but listening to it, once it started to get those bigger swells in and it had those nice dynamics in there, that's a night drive kind of track for sure. So what we will do, let me label this actually as Keeper. And that way we don't lose track of that one. And fam, that was version 1. We've got a second one to listen to. So we'll listen to this and see what we got. No. No.
With something
Not that last one. No, didn't move me the way the one before it did. Really not what we were looking for. So we're basically 2 for 4, fam, which is good. Out of every 2 we produce, we end up getting one winner that we like. I'm gonna go ahead and take that other one out of there. And Shadow, that's the point. Not strong enough to stand on its own. Like, this is supposed to be a chill, instrumental kind of radio show. Again, something you'd listen to, on late night drives and all that. That doesn't mean we phone it in, though. And that's what it feels like. And I understand that we've written these tracks and actually engineered these to be a little bit lower, less of a dynamic than we usually go for, because that's the type of radio show it is. We should still get beautiful results, though. And actually, again, 2 of the 4 have been keepers, so I'm good with that. Gonna send me a message, okay? Ferret sounds good. Oh, Ferret, I missed your comment up above. I wish I was half as smart as you about this kind of stuff. I so much want to do it, but no ideas how to make it happen. Ferret, as you watch me do here on stream, everything is self-taught. It's really just a matter of going out and finding the information. And then breaking your way out of your comfort zone a bit. And trying different things, trying new things. It's really what a lot of it is. And I know I'm overgeneralizing a bit, but at the end of the day, that's what I always do. Is I go out seeking to be a good student, and I pick up this information over time. There are so many, even now, like there are so many free tools out there that you can use too. You want to start working with it and get your feet wet with it? For sure. All right. So, fam, what we are going to do next, let me go ahead and get this one out of here first. Okay, that one already got moved to trash, or at least it should have been. Perfect, okay. Let me actually get over to the other workspace here. Fam, give me a second. Let me make sure. Yep, okay, good. The ones we want to keep are there. The ones we didn't want to keep are not. All right. Fam, what we're going to do is we're going to move into classic synthwave for the next 2. All right. So, fam, just like we've been doing with the others, we're going to use the lyrics prompts box to help us kind of craft this together. So the way we're going to set this one up, the intro is going to be classic gated reverb drums fade in, deep pads, and distant twinkling arps. Steady bass groove, snappy synths, highway energy building. And for verse 1, for the chorus, bright neon leads open up, bold chords, cinematic release. Verse 2, pull back to bass and percussion, subtle arps, sense of solitude. Again, we're going to pull some of that heaviness back, chill it out for a little bit so that we have some dynamics in the song. When we get to chorus 2, the bridge, dramatic chord change, pulsing bass lines, sweeping risers. We get to chorus 2, big synth melodies return, so there should be a huge swell there. All right, wide stereo field, euphoric release. And then for the outro, of course, we're going to do the beat drops out, the bass pulses fade, pads dissolve into the night. So basically, it's going to all fade away. at that stage. That's what we're trying to evoke. As for the style, again, don't need massive style prompts here, fam. Classic retro synthwave at 92 beats per minute, driving bass line, 80 styles drums with gated reverb, shimmering arpeggios, and bright analog leads. Nostalgic yet cinematic, evoking a lone driver cruising an endless highway under neon signs. Once again, we're going to take style influence up to 80. Weirdness, we're going to leave it about 40. I can dial the weirdness back up, fam, if we don't get enough variety in the song. That'll be a little bit different. And we're going to do Night Drive ID1. And this is going to be the classic version. Okay, that should get us in a good spot. We're going to go ahead and let those run, fam. I'll let those run for a couple minutes. I'll continue to talk to you while I work on Stanton here. We're getting closer. Working on getting his mouth done. Philly, what kind of plot were you trying to grid by? Or, yeah, listen to me. What grid were you trying to plot, I guess is what I wanted to ask. Throw a guess as to why I wanted my next tattoo to be a Celtic. Well, Celtic knot. Celtic knot Ankh with a semicolon inside, and why I wanted to draw it myself instead of asking someone else to draw it for me. So, oh, I don't make messes, I make chaos, yes. Messes, no. Chaos, yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, the grid is to map the knot panels for the arms. Gotcha. Gotcha. Did I want Suno to be so small? Have we been on? Fam, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to look at this because I am hitting buttons and they are not registering all the time. I did not know we were still up on the big screen. Sorry, fam. The teeth are just a little bit off here yet. And I think the problem is right here. Just needed a little touch right there, I think. Might need to bring that down just a touch more. And maybe bring that in just a little bit. It looks to me like there's a little bit of roughness, fam, right here in the corner. And it makes me wonder if it's just how... Oh, there we go. Just needed to stretch that out a little bit. Okay. Now I should be able to just bring the angle down a touch more. Makes me wonder if maybe it's the shape of the mouth still being a little bit wonky. You know what I need to do? I'm going to do this. Let me take those out of there for the moment. Yeah, the mouth is off. Okay. And there's a really easy way for me to fix that. I got to get that stuff out of there real quick, though. There we go. Now I can actually get this outline to do what I need it to do. Felly, you forgot something. In that big list of repairs that you can use on your Stream Deck, you forgot a hammer. Only in extreme cases, but it does work. Egg shape is hard. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'm applying for a job as a AI trainer, and it's work from home and work from anywhere I travel. AI training is $20 an hour. Pretty intense ordeal to get the job, but it's an ongoing job if you can get it. Farron, awesome. Congratulations on that. Speaking of pushing yourself a little bit, very cool. Very, very cool. Felly, it has. Okay, so for this, I do need to change these a little bit. Okay, nope, that'll need to stay. Okay, let's see if I can. This is always one of the toughest parts of this is getting these just lined up just so. Let's see if I can get that fill back now. Okay. That shape still looks a touch off, but it is a little better anyway. Gonna have to pull my mock-up back out real quick. Because I had to stray from that a bit. Oh, wow. Some actual big misses there. Okay. If I can get that up in that corner a little bit better. There we go. We will bring that down so that I can keep. I did so much playing around, I lost my proportions a little bit, so. There we go. Now let me get that out of there, and then I can take a look at that. That's better. We'll have to straighten that out up there, but I can do that. That's not going to be a big deal. That's getting a little bit closer for us. We can play around with that a little bit more. Elio, how are you? No, everyone's playing Borderlands nowadays, but have you thought about playing it? Elio, I loved Borderlands. I played Borderlands 1 and Borderlands 2 to death. And then I stopped. Would I appreciate the game? Absolutely. Absolutely. There's a whole bunch of them I haven't had a chance to play yet. It's just a matter of time. Elio, how are you? It's good to see you, by the way. Welcome in. I hope all's been good with you. What have you been up to? Anything exciting? My old joke when tech wouldn't work was threaten to pour Mountain Dew on it. In this group, though, it would be a waste of good Mountain Dew. Indeed. Indeed. Oh, fella, you're working with Procreate, and you can't get an egg curve out of it? Is it fighting you that bad? Procreate's usually pretty good. Unless something's changed in the last couple of years since I last looked into it, but... Okay. Fam, I'm going to take a pause from working on Stanton's mouth here because we have 2 more versions to check out. And fam, I'll continue to work on Stanton while we listen to these. But these are 2 more potentials. This is supposed to be more classic synthwave. So more the sound, the feel, the vibe that you're used to. So we're going to give these a go. See if we get any winners out of these 2. In the meantime, we'll keep right on working on Stanton. Whoa. Is there not even an intro? Right off the bat, it's unusable. Right off the bat. Well, I might be able to do a fade in if it's good enough. Let's give it a full listen. Let's give it a full listen. Not bad. Not bad. Is it worth rescuing? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. That intro was not... It's really a bug. I need to report it. But the intro just clipped off right at the beginning. So that's really not. I feel like if we went with that particular one, we'd be settling. Let's listen to the other one for comparison and let's see what we get. We might get a much better version out of it. We'll find out. We'll find out. Fam, I don't know. I don't know if either one of those are really sinking in with me. I've noticed that, like, with the second one, it was good, and it got off to a good start and all that. I agree with Shadow. Like, it was kicking in the beginning, and then it got 2/3 of the way through, and all of a sudden, it really muffled it down. And I understand what it was trying to go for there, but it actually messed up the song a little bit. So these two both of these are going to not make the cut. And we'll try another pass, and I'm gonna change up one little thing here, fam. Both of the classic version, it just didn't. Fam, remember what I said about never settling? Don't settle. Don't settle. If there isn't something that grabs you about the song that you're trying to create or otherwise, give it another pass. It is worth it. And again, I feel like we'd be settling if I accepted either one of those. However, I'm going to do the same thing. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the weirdness up to 60 this time. Let it play around a little bit more. Let's see what it comes up with. While those two run, I'll continue to work on Stanton. Stanton's actually coming along, fam. Just some things about him that I'm still working on straightening out. But we're getting there. Like the mouth is still slightly off. I can still see the other bumps and everything, so. Let me just take a step back real quick and take a look at this and see if this is... Okay, let's get the teeth back in. And then let's get the tongue back in there. A touch of adjustment there, nothing too severe. So that's fine. And we've got teeth. So there we go. Let me see. Oh, bother, this song stinks. Yeah. Can I say it like Squidward instead? Oh, brother, this song stinks. Why must every 11 minutes of my life be spent trying to write songs in Suno? Oh, man. Oh my gosh. Fam, what do you think so far for this as a talking animation? I'll get out full screen now. I think I'm happy with it. Because when Stanton talks, he talks big. So he's going to open his mouth wider than like Squirrel or Richard would. I can read it just fine, love. I can read it just fine. I saved I took them downstairs because I was going to wash them just so I could bring them back up here. I forgot to. I'm good, love. I'm good, though. I'm just scrolling my eyes up real quick to make sure I caught up with everything. Okay, good. Good. But I think I like this as the talking animation. I think this is going to be good to go. Taking me quite a bit to get it here, though.
Subscription confirmed. HR will overlook your crimes. This time.
Shanny, woot! 81 months! Shanny, thank you so much for the continued support. I really appreciate it, love. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Shanny, how are you? It's good to see you, love. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Oh, they're horrible. They were horrible. But I hadn't used them in a couple of days, so that's why. Because they sit under my computer monitor and collect dust. So, yeah. Yep, they're in need of a good washing. I'll take care of it. Just saying hi for now. All right. Shanny, thank you for stopping in and saying hi. Oh, my gosh. All right. Fam, we have ads that are going to be coming up in just a few minutes, but here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take a break from looking at Stanton here for a moment. And we ran 2 new versions of the classic Synthwave. This is where we've run into some trouble. The last 2 weren't quite there. There were parts of them that we liked, but not all the way. So we reran it. We're going to listen to these 2, see if we get any winners out of this. If we do, we'll move on to prompt number 3. But before break, we're going to listen to at least one of them. Let's listen to version 1. Nice start. There we go. That's a good one. That's a good one. That can be kept. All right, let's listen to this other one, fam. Do we have enough time? We do. We do. All right, so we're going to listen to version 2 now. Let's see if we can get another keeper out of this one. Oh, wait a minute. We have another bad intro again. Let's see. Maybe. I might be able to work that out, though. Oh, yeah. And I think I found what the problem is, fam. We were trying to, I think, restrict it a little bit too much. We had the weirdness pulled all the way down to 40%. Boost it, letting it get back up to 60. You know, I always talk about how we want to leave it a little bit of breathing room. We felt that we wanted to pull that back a little bit this time for the instrumentals. Too samey. That's why we were getting so many duds, I think. Ones that at least didn't sound, they sounded really plain. That's why. That's why. It took too much of the emotion out of the music, basically. So, fam, here's what we're going to do. Ads are coming up in about 2 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take a break right now. We'll run the ads. We'll be gone for about 3 minutes. All right. When we get back, we'll continue to write. I've actually dropped the next set of prompts in there.
Yes. 3.14 nipples.
These are our cinematic dark wave tracks that we're going to be trying out. I'll be really excited to hear what they sound like when we get back. So, fam, again, we'll let those run during the break. I'll be gone myself. When we get back, we're going to jump into that and keep working on Stanton. So everybody, please don't go away. And hi, Jared. I'll be back in a minute.
darkness creeps so strong. Where do you go when no one is there and no one seems to care? Look around you, surrounded by love. We are with you when push comes to shove. We're more than friends, very easy to see. We chose our own family. You were there for me when I was down. Held my hand when no one was around. Pull me up when I started to drown. Yeah, you're the ones that I hold so close. You're the family I chose. I'll be there for you when you are down. I will hold your hand when no one is around. I'll stop and listen when you need an ear, and together we'll work our way through this fear. And now we dance and we sing so loud. Look at all the love in this crowd. Hands in the air, it's so plain to see. We chose our own family. You were there for me when I was down. Held my hand when no one was around. Pull me up when I started to drown. Yeah, you're the ones that I hold so close. You're the family I chose. You were there for me when I was down. Held my hand when no one was around. Pull me up when I started to drown. Yeah, you're the ones that I hold so close. You're the family I chose.
All right, fam, we are back. Thank you so much for your patience. Let me go ahead and get myself right back up on screen here. Make sure I'm on. Oh, let me adjust my camera too. I'm sitting down now, fam. There we go. All right. Darren, how are you? It's good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I see Shadow found the rave sassy emotes. Those turned out really cool. Those turned out really, really cool, fam. All right, everybody. So while we were gone, we ran 2 more versions. These ones are not the classic versions, of course. These are Dark Wave. It's been a busy Thursday. Totally get that, Jared. Totally get that. We're starting to do double duty during these streams now. We're writing music while working on the art at the same time. There's a lot of art that has to be done because I got a lot of the characters I've got to get done so we can start getting the YouTube videos done and all that. And we have a lot of music yet to write too. So what I've been working on today are the instrumentals for Night Drive. And we're playing around with different versions of Synthwave to make that happen so that we can get that show going for Sis. While also working on the new version of Stanton. Did you see what Stanton looks like now? Back with a bowl of cereal. Awesome. What kind of cereal? Is it good cereal? Is it like Trix? Fruity Pebbles? Fruit Loops. Personal favorite. All right, let me get back out to the screen here, fam. We've got 2 Darkwave versions on tap. We will listen to those while I continue to work on Stanton here, right with you. Frosted Flakes. Arrive like that. I thought if we were going to have Stanton arrive, we would have Stanton arrive like this. Oops. That's how we make Stanton arrive. We'll replace that emo with the new one. This is what the new one looks like, fam, by the way. I'm not standing here on bravado. This is Stanton talking anyway. Fam, I figured out, by the way, part of what was missing were all of the cheek lines and everything. I'm like, there's something big missing here. Why does it still look off? Forgot the character lines. Thank you, Jared. I'm glad you do. This is what it looks like when he's talking. And then we have a more neutral pose for him too, which I can't just automatically do. That's on another save. But this is his neutral talking. I actually need to save this as such too. Give me 1 sec here, fam. Just got to group these real quick and relabel them. Don't need that layer anymore. There we go. Now I can save it properly. This is going to be standard default talk. There we go. And I can now export it as such as well. Although these only need to be about 2000 by 2000. Actually, I'll use the file names I used before. Stanton Neutral Talk.
That hearts can soften, that souls can breathe.
Oh, there's something I almost forgot to do, though. Give me one sec, Fab. We got to raise those eyebrows up a little bit. I think what we'll do is we'll have him raise this one when he talks.
thousand flames. This love we build, it echoes wide through pixel lights, our oceans wide.
Not too much. I might also see. Do I want to tilt that in a little bit? Let me just see.
Just rhythm soul.
Nah, we just want it to raise a little bit. There we go. Now I can save it properly.
All I wish is peace for you. Through the dark, let the light shine through.
There we go. Okay. Now we don't have to worry about that.
No more fear, no need to hide.
I really love how it hails back to the magenta aqua days. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Jared. I'm glad you picked up on that. The 3D glasses, there's so much that throws back into this design, fam. So much. The 3D glasses vibes, the two color layout of my stream at one point. Oh yeah. This is the first time I've ever used red in one of my own designs, by the way. I usually avoid red like crazy. Red just worked here, and it worked really well, especially for his character. It was really cool. Oh yeah, no. No, we're not going for Vulcan.
Feel the rise.
There is a reason his eyebrows are like that, though, and why they've got those extra colored points on it. We'll get there later on, though. No spoilers.
Every
No spoilers. Let me go ahead and export this, too, just so we don't lose this.
the peace is ours, and it's defined.
And then what I'm going to also do is open back up. Come on. Because I've got to export this. This is what he actually looks like, by the way, fam. I've got to export this as, and also save it as his default idle. So let me do that real quick.
May your nights be calm, your dreams run free. You're not alone, you're here with me.
Okay, so Stanton default idle. Okay. Then let me just export this and make sure that everything is doing what it's supposed to. Let's see, neutral idle. I'm going to keep the file names the same, fam, so I can easily just swap them out when I move them into VadoTube to animate. So we'll do that. We have been on a tricks kick lately. We have. Oh, Fruit Loops? Yeah. By far my favorite. Always have been. Fruit Loops? Toucan Sam all the way. It's like he's coming right at us. All right, so we've got those two. Now, fam, while I start to work on the next expression, by the way, and that's why I actually have Squirrel up too, fam, so I can remind myself how I did some of her expressions. Wait a minute. Where did... Oh, I see. Stanton opened up. Oh. Opened up over there. There we go. Don't need to worry about that one, because that one's set. We'll work on Angry next. I love how Squirrel turned out for these, fam. That's Angry Idol when she's not talking. When she's talking. You were a Lucky Charms person. The only thing I had with the marshmallows in cereal is that they were just little bundles of sugar. They weren't real marshmallows, and that bothered me, and I don't know why. Because I certainly enjoyed... You know what I enjoy this time of year? You know what comes out this time of year that I get really excited about cereal-wise? Frankenberry, Blueberry. Not so big into Count Chocula. But Frankenberry and Blueberry should be popping up anytime. And this is always the time of year I enjoy a bowl or two before it all disappears again. So, all right, fam. Let's jump out to the music real quick. Since we're right between songs, we've got two more that we need to listen to. The first one we're going to listen to here, this is going to be more dark wave. So this gets a little bit more gothic in the synthwave genre. Let's see how it handles these. I did dial, again, the weirdness back up to 60 to leave it a little bit more creative freedom. I feel like we locked it down a little too much, and that's why we weren't getting as much emotion and just dynamics out of the songs that we should have. So let's see what we got with these two. Ooh. I'm sorry to stop this, fam. I know it's really good, but I want you to keep this in mind as we listen to this. Not only am I getting this is a keeper vibes from this, but as you listen to this, when we get to the right now, the working title is the Cyberpunk Zone. But once we get to the Neon Zone, Stanton's area in the game, tell me this doesn't sound like dungeon music to you on top of it all. Just a thought. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yup, that's definitely a keeper. That is definitely a keeper. Let's see, what do we have so far? One, there's our chill wave. We got those two classic versions and a cinematic. Actually, we're doing really good with these. I'm going to give them another listen ultimately to decide which ones are keepers or which ones are not. And by the way, like in terms of where these songs get used, nothing is mutually exclusive, fam. Just because we use it in one of the radio shows doesn't mean we can't use it in the game. That's part of the idea behind all this, is that all of this content crosses. That's what it's supposed to be about. So, oh yeah. Oh yeah. More infiltration into a tech lab? Oh, maybe. Maybe. Almost a Stranger Things vibe. It gets darker. Well, that's what Dark Wave... A lot of Stranger Things does fall into Dark Wave and Synthwave for obvious reasons. But yeah. I got you on that. I got you on that. All right. Let's see here, fam. One more to listen to. It did great with the first version. Let's see what it did with this one. Let's give it a listen. Fam, I just had a message pop up, by the way. I need to check something real quick. Oh my. Fam, let me explain to you what I'm looking at, okay? Let me get some music going. I'll pull up the Just Chatty screen here too. We have, as I've been talking about right along, we have a new artist on the game dev team. There we go. Sorry, fam. I have a new artist on our game dev team, and I set her to task of starting to design Emery. Gave her some basics, things that I was looking for and all that. And, oh man.
I found your spark in the static haze. You lit the night in electric.
It's a little tough for me to show at the moment.
Every formula turns into fire
All right, I'll show you.
when your chaos pulls me high. Square, you're the rhythm in my soul. Every circuit sings. You make me whole.
No, nothing bad at all. Nothing bad at all. Fam, so you can see it, I can at least show you the mask. Again, please keep in mind, this is concept, but she's very much on track. Very much on track. We have more work to do, and I'll talk to you more about how we're going to animate that and all that going forward. But seriously, cut that out. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh, an alien. Oh, man. Fam, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare everybody. I was all excited. And you are all panicking like something went wrong. Oh, no. I saw the text and got excited. Very beloved character that I have handed off to another artist to design, so I get really excited when I see stuff like this. Oh, just the way I reached? Oh, because my phone's over here, fam. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to scare anybody. Oh, man. All right, fam. Let me get myself back out to the main screen here. All right, well, fam, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now there's one of these three, and I gotta go back and listen to them. One of them had a graphical error, a lyric error in the beginning of it. So we're gonna have to take one of those out. But that's gonna leave us again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So what we're gonna need is one more. And I think what we'll do is we'll rerun the chill wave, I think. And then we'll give it another, we'll up the weirdness on it a little bit, just like we did with the others. That's what made the difference. leaving the AI a little bit more breathing room. Let's see here real quick. There's our chill wave. I am going to actually rerun this. Use styles and lyrics. This should all be the same. Very good. Okay, very good. Exclude. Okay, style influence will take up to 80 again. But weirdness, instead of leaving that down at 40, we're going to up that to 60. Leave it a little bit more room. It did beautiful things before. Let's see what it does with the chill wave. Now, the last song I'm going to need to write for this, fam, Night Drive is going to need a theme song. So I'm going to have to sit down and write some lyrics for Sis. And we'll get Sis a theme song. And we'll be ready. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. What I'm hoping I can do is at the same time we have this running, I'll be able to finish up Stanton's as well. And then we'll have a couple of Synthwave radio shows ready to go that we can start pumping out. There have been, I'm going to start with the Agents of Chaos, fam. By the way, there have been a number of requests to me now from the cast to make radio shows for them now that we're doing so much music production. And yeah, I will happily do that. I will happily do that. Beyond that, there are other members of the community that I have spoken to in the past about hosting radio shows.
HR will overlook your crimes this time.
And Lego, thank you so much for the renewal. 7 months. Thank you so much for the continued support. Lego, how are you doing? It's good to see you, man. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. But there are other members of the community that I had talked to once upon a time about doing some voice acting for us and also hosting some radio shows. I'm going to be talking to them as well. Once we've, like I said at the beginning of the stream, fam, once we've worked out the kinks of putting the radio shows together, we're going to do a lot more of them. The idea being that we'll get 10 songs together and possibly let one of the members host a radio show if they wanted to, if it's in a genre they like or whatever. One thing at a time, though. One thing at a time. I always keep the scope narrow. We work the bugs out first, then we open it up to everybody, because then we know what we're doing. We have a process in place. We don't have to worry about as many mistakes. That kind of thing works out well. Is it 41, Lego? Okay. I thought the 7 looked odd. Lego, thank you again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The messages that it pops up in chat, it doesn't always show me all the numbers right. I shouldn't say it doesn't show me the numbers right. It only shows you one number, not both of them like it's supposed to. It doesn't always show me the total months. That's what threw me. $3.5 years of subscriptions. Indeed. Indeed. Oh my gosh. All right, fam. Oh, the version's already nice. They already processed. Okay. So, fam, we have 2 more chill wave versions. We did them in the same style as our other winners. So let's see if we get 2 more good ones out of this. I'm going to go ahead and pause that. Let's listen to what we've got, fam. Wow. There's a surprise now, isn't it? Oh, man. Was I on the... Did it not switch over to the wrong screen again or to the right screen again? Did it not? It didn't switch over, did it? I was working on that the whole time and it didn't. Yeah, okay. I see the comments. I see the comments. All right. Sorry about that, fam. I'm going to look into it. I'm going to see what's going on. If I wasn't pressing the buttons, if I was just forgetting, that would be one thing. But I am pressing them. So I got to find out why it's not always switching the way it's supposed to. Maybe I just have to press the buttons harder. Is that all it is? Do I just have to, like, do this? So it's a keeper, sis. I don't know if we'll do it with a voiceover or not. We can talk about it, but it's definitely a keeper for sure. That's a keeper. Absolutely. Without question. Without question. Cheryl, yeah, exactly. It's going to get, I'm serious, it's going to get percussive maintenance if it keeps it up, though. It almost makes me wonder, being serious about it, it almost makes me wonder if it's a little problem with Meld. It's like I said, it's one thing if I don't press the button, but if I'm pressing the button, so I need to look at that. You got to remember Meld is still in beta, technically. So there's still a few little things that might pop up here and there. We'll see. We'll see. And it could just be something with my setup too, fam. We'll find out. We'll find out. In the meantime, let's listen to the other version and see if we got another winner out of it. Well, it's a good thing we already had these two labeled keeper. There we go. There we go. We'll get that other music going for the time being. Fam, yeah, I'll take after tomorrow morning, actually, before tomorrow night's stream, I'll take a look at this and see what's going on. I'll do several button presses and several tests to see if there's an issue. I ran into this with OBS too at one point. And it was just how the Stream Deck was. I'm oversimplifying the explanation, but the way the Stream Deck was trying to route its way through to everything was wrong. Basically, it was a bad update and it wasn't connecting to everything properly, or intermittently would be the better way to put it. So we could have one of those situations going on. I'll check into Discords and see if anybody's been having the same problem. But we'll fix it. We'll fix it. That's why I have buttons, so when I press them, they work. I used Meld for the first time yesterday. Thing is, I've been getting the game capture to fit right. That's how the game itself is set up, Shadow. That's something in the game settings you'll need to adjust. If the game capture is working fine for everything else, but not for that particular game, it's something in the game itself. So look at especially your video settings. See if there's anything set in there that might throw that. Sometimes the resolution is a little bit different. There are some games that with certain video cards upscale and then downscale again, and that can cause some problems. There's a few little things. But I would start with your game settings. That would be the place to look first. If you're having that kind of problem and all the other games are doing fine, something's up with that. Also in Meld itself, there's the fit, stretch options, all that's in there on the right-hand side. Check those out too. It's a window capture, so sometimes it behaves oddly. It's not a true game capture like OBS has. Now, with this one here, by the way, I got to bring this eyebrow back down to where it was. And see if I can get this to there we go. Now I just got to get back over to this one real quick. He just looks generally unhappy there, but that works. That works. I just wanted to make sure that... Let me open up the base one again. I accidentally messed with the base one by accident, so... I just want to make sure I've got those eyebrows in exactly the same spot. $34.96, 2008. There we go. That'll do it. That'll do it. Oh, BRP. Welcome in. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope all is good with you. Meeting's done for the day. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. Fam, it's good to see you, though. It is good to see you. BRP all going good? Oh, my gosh, brother. Yeah. 9:30? Yeah, that's long enough. I was able to sit here and do all the math in about 10 seconds. It's like, okay, account for the time difference. That means he's been in. Okay, we're good. Oh, BRP, I'm sorry. I'll be, and you don't need to answer this, but I'll be twice as sorry if they were meetings that could have been emails. Oh, Felly, nice. Very nice. What do I think of the new season? I love the goodies this season. I love the goodies. In terms of what we got out of Fallout 76, I love the goodies this season. It's a fun seasonal wrap. They, in my opinion, again, constructive criticism. I'm glad they added more into the building system too. That makes it a lot nicer. We need more gameplay wise out of that game at this point. And again, not banging on the game, constructive criticism. They need to amp some of the gameplay back up again. We need more raids. We could use another expedition. That would be fun. There's a lot of extras they could add in that would be really worthwhile. And I don't know why they don't do more to extend the gameplay. I do appreciate them doing more with the building system. That was very cool because it needed it. It was over restrictive. It had all kinds of problems, and now it's at least better, considerably. But we need to see more out of gameplay now. Again, raids, expeditions, other things for experienced players to be able to go and do, and places for us to be able to go explore. So, we'll see. We'll see. I love the pink modern stuff.
Subscription confirmed. HR will overlook your crimes. This time.
I love the pink modern stuff. 69 months! BRP, this is a moment that we get to share with the entire community. Oh, man. Oh, man. A sunset sarsaparilla vending machine. That's pretty cool. I love the goodies. The goodies were great. I actually really like the scoreboard. And I like that there's a variety on the way up.
I'm almost impressed.
Really cool stuff. I'm at the point now though, it's like we need more in the gameplay department. Everybody got all excited about that raid and ran the heck out of it. And then we didn't get another one. And I understand these things take time to develop and all that, but we could go a long way if they start adding in more gameplay chunks again and all that too. Would make it a lot of fun. I'm hoping that they're going to do that. But as far as the season is concerned, love it. Love the seasonal goodies. Love everything about it. To me, fam, you've got to remember now that Fallout 76, to me, more than anything else at this point, has become a playground. I've played my character all the way through. I've gotten most of the story questing done. There's still some things I haven't done, some little side quest things like that. I'll get to it eventually. But, oh, hang on a sec, fam. Hang on a second. Let me see what's going on here. Is it actually, Yep. There we go. Okay. Let's get back up to the top here. But yes, there's going to be, there's absolutely going to be more. I just want to see more from it. I want to see more from it. I'd love to actually go back in and play it more. And I'm sorry, fam. What I was coming around to is, again, it's become more of a playground for me. A place to do a lot of fun filming. We have a lot of set pieces. We have a lot of things we're able to do with it. The camera makes it nice to film, or at least nicer than a lot of games. We'll see what happens when the new season rolls around for the TV show, too. If maybe they build some more things in. It would be really cool if they did. We're planning on doing a big Fallout 76 push when the show rolls around, too. I think we'll have a lot of fun with that, so. Oh, Misfit Night back. Wait a minute, what's Misfit Night? I need to look that back up. I think Misfit Night was before my time. Your puppy's barking at the thunder outside? Nice. Fam, here's what we need to do, by the way. We need to go share this love with another streamer. Now, YouTube, I'm going to say goodbye to you all right now. Thank you all so much for being here with us. So much love to all of you. We will be back on the Standard Damage YouTube channel tomorrow night, starting at 6 p.m. with Fallout 76. Speaking of which, so everybody, please join us then. Much love to you again, YouTube. Thank you for being here.